Hello and welcome back to Chasing the Target Match 38 between Lucknow Super Giants and the Punjab Kings. Lucknow has announced the squad. So has Punjab. Just a quick update: Shikhar Dhawan is back after missing two matches due to an injury. Punjab have won the toss and decided to bowl. The match is happening in Mohali, which we know is going to be a home advantage for the Punjab Kings. So Dhawan obviously going to decide to restrict the opposition to a small target. Shikhar Dhawan had a shoulder injury due to which he missed two matches. Before which the Punjab managed to do all right. They lost one, they won one without him. Super Giants coming, out of a loss in the last match. Coming to the squads, we've got for the Lucknow Super Giants as KL Rahul, Kyle Mayers, Krunal Pandya, Marcos Stoinis, Deepak Hooda, Nicholas Puran, Ayush Badoni, Naveenul Haq, Ravi Bishnoi, Avesh Khan, and Yash Thakur. This is the 11 for the thing. So there's going to be we see no Mark Wood, which is a big loss. Obviously, we know how crucial he could be. More or less the same team for the Lucknow Super Giants. Shout out to Naveenul Haq, who has been doing a decent job with the ball. Not a lot of mistakes made, and he is rightfully claiming his place in that squad. For Punjab Kings 11, you've got Shikhar Dhawan, Atharva Taide, Sikandar Raza, Liam Livingstone. Sikandar Raza comes back in for a Matthew Short, which is going to be interesting to say how it pans out because Matthew Short has not been able to get the best of his form yet in this IPL. Sam Curran, Jitesh Sharma, Shah Rukh Khan, Kagiso Rabada, Rahul Chahar, Gurnur Brar, Arshdeep Singh. So those are the lineups. In the news from the center is that Punjab have won the toss and decided to field. I'm going to shed a little bit light on yesterday's match because we were unable to do the review where Chennai Super Kings lost, and it was a bit of a shock for me. But credit to Yashasvi Jaiswal, man, what a batsman! Zabardast batting. I know he had a review which he took and he managed to get it in his favor. He didn't get out. Brilliant shots. George Butler got out, but that didn't stop Jaiswal from firing from the front. We saw struggling Sanju Samson and struggling Shimrana, but then the end overs of Dhruv Jurel and Devzor Padikkal, oh, Baba, that is what accelerated them to 202. Again, we see four wides. From the Chennai Super Kings. I mean, not a lot of wides in them, but Tushar Deshpande, like we mentioned, 4 overs, 42, 2 wickets, and it's just been yeah, it was just a bad show from the Chennai Super Kings. We've got from Chennai, the bowling has been a bit of an issue. That's what we know already. Akash Singh, Tushar Deshpande giving a lot of runs. Tikshana was a Tikshana, Jadeja. They bowled decent, but Patirana's last over in particular, he got smashed all around the ground, and he was just going for pace rather than placement. I think he just needed to focus on bowling in the right areas rather than bowling at 150 balls. Coming to Chennai's batting, they started off well with Ruturaj, but they couldn't find anything in terms of Devon Conway and Ajinkya Rahane were struggling. Shivam Dube came out and smacked it all over the ground. I think Shivam Dube, like Mustafa mentioned earlier, he might be one of the most impactful players for Chennai, and we're seeing that back-to-back performances. Ambati Raidu has been a fail show throughout this IPL right now. He's not been able to get to the innings that we know him is capable of playing. Maybe if Ambati Raidu came in and pitched in. Moeen Ali not getting a lot of runs, probably just 23, and they just ultimately slowed down the Chennai Super King, not able to, hit the ball properly. What we've seen people traveling to Jaipur have struggled on the likes of Lucknow Super Giant, the like of Royals in the first match. They did struggle at home in Jaipur, but today we saw Chennai. Yesterday, Chennai losing. So I think it's just going to be a tough place to come and win because we know that Jaipur is used to being a fortress for the Rajasthan Royals. But for today's match, I'm going to go and say that with Shikhar Dhawan back into the squad, that really does lighten things up for Punjab. Punjab do seem like a more stronger team. Sikandar Raza coming in, also another positive because Matthew Short has been failing back to back. Previous result, if we see between the Lucknow Super Giants and Punjab in Lucknow, Punjab did beat the Lucknow Super Giants, where we saw the likes of Sikandar Azad's 57, the way they came out of the dead after an initial collapse. So we have a decent bowling lineup. We have Rabada, they've got Sam Curran, Harpreet Bar. So these guys can really stick it to the attack. Lucknow as well, the way they're settled into the ranks. I mean, Naveen ul Haq has been bowling very decently. Ravi Bishnoi, probably one of the best leg spinners in the IPL at this point of time. Avish Khan has been decent. So yeah, but it's just for me that Lucknow's batting where KL Rahul is not struggling to get out some runs, and we need him to score faster. वरना अगर strike rate slow कर दिया तो फिर problem middle order में आएंगी. Middle order will have to strive harder to make a lot more runs, and that's what KL Rahul is not able to understand, that he needs to give them an accelerating, boosting thing. Till Kyle Myers was firing, it was all happy for the Lucknow Super Giants. But now you see Kyle Myers struggling against the spinners, that is where KL Rahul is slowing things down, and ultimately the middle order is getting pestered into smashing. So that is something that KL Rahul will need to take into account. He will need to step up. He will need to increase his strike rate. Kyle Myers needs to fire. Krunal Pandya also is a hit and miss, not that many expectations from him. Impacts up for the Lucknow Super Giants is K. Gautam, Daniel, Sam Prerak, Mankar, Amit Mishra, and Markwood. So we do see Markwood, but he is on the bench. They already do have four foreigners in Kyle Myers, Marcus Stoinis, Nicholas Puran, and I think the fourth one would be, actually they have only three announced: Myers, Stoinis, Puran, and I mean Huck. So yeah. Uh, but coming to the match prediction, I would say I feel like now Super Giants might win because they kind of footsteps, and Gautam Gambhir would definitely be looking keenly into that table right now, where Lucknow Super Giants have been are at third position, are at fourth position right now because Rajasthan Royals won yesterday, and they would also want to get to that 10 mark point. So it's Rajasthan right now, Gujarat, Chennai Super Kings, and the Lucknow Super Giants, and RCB is not very far apart from these teams. Then you got Punjab themselves at 8 points. So it's a very interesting battle because Punjab will also at 8 points, but their net run rate is a bit lower than the rest. But Punjab, when they get accelerated directly to the top four, and yeah, they'll be sitting above Bangalore as well. So it's going to be an interesting battle. Quickly, I'm just going to run through the fantasy pick section to let you guys know what fantasy. So the fantasy picks for this particular match, I'm going to go with Arshdeep Singh. I think the best bowler right now in the IPL for death and special death bowling. Arshdeep has really surprised me. What's up, Nuclear? Again, I'm sorry for the late income. We had a rough night. Rough night. Like we had a lot of action in the night. We had cricket. We were playing cricket, so we got a bit late. And I want to apologize to you for that Rahane tip, man. He really messed up. I mean, I thought he was going to do something, but Jaiswal, man, something else. Jaiswal was the better part that I chose. But yeah, Rahane wasn't that great. For Punjab's game against Lucknow, I'm going to go with Arshdeep Singh. I feel Arshdeep has been in spectacular form. There is Shikhar Dhawan was coming into the team after an injury, but we know what dependency you can have on Shikhar Dhawan anchoring the innings all the way till the end, and that's something that you would expect from your captain. But again, just coming back from injury, I think he'll be a little rusty. So I'm just going to go with a bowler because Arshdeep has been saving a lot of runs. I was disappointed as well, man. Like CSK, really, I didn't expect them to slow down by that many pounds. They should have been in a better position to win the game. I mean, I would want to see Dhoni to come up. I don't know what your opinion on this is, but I think Mahendra Singh Dhoni should come up. He should, come up the ranks. Let Jadeja sit one game. It doesn't matter. I mean, you don't need to give. I know he's trying to prepare the next generation without him or something like that. Is what people are saying, but I still feel like Ambati Raidu came in as an impact player, didn't leave anything. It was just so bad, man. Like it I didn't really get that the way Chennai were playing. This slowed down. Shivam Dubey was something else. But I still feel Dhoni should have come up, man. Like it's just disappointing that we're not able to see a lot of him, and people are consuming a lot of deliveries. 23 each for Moin Ali, but he made it out. But Jadeja took 15 balls, so they're taking a lot of deliveries in them. Conway also struggled in the beginning. A lot of balls consumed. I think until the power play, uh, they were like 42 or something. It was very slow or something. But for me, I think for now, Dhoni should start stepping up and coming up the ranks. Like when was the match yesterday? I had Jaiswal, though he carried me inside. Yeah. Oh, that's crazy, man. 7,000. That's a very big achievement. I mean, Jaiswal, you see the confidence that he's giving out, man. Like I was mentioning, George Butler is, getting confidence from this kid. The shots are so pure and so sweet, right off the sweet spot, man. You can't say that it's a flick, it's an edge. It's just proper timing and proper placement. He has good strength. But it's all about his timing as well for me, man. His timing is a very differential factor. For Punjab, I'm going to go with Arshdeep, and for Lucknow, I think I don't know, man. Lucknow is such a weird team right now. You can't really put your hat on anyone except KL Rahul, maybe. But KL Rahul again, he does bring in the runs. I agree with that, but he's just very slow at this point of time. It's not something that you would expect, and he's hit and miss at some times. I mean, I'm not going to say most. He's right now very consistent, considering that he wants to get in the Indian squad. Probably that could be a reason of him playing slow, getting in the runs under his belt, so that he has something to show. I mean, again, it's probably looking like I'm calling him out, but yeah, Lucknow are playing after a very big break. I think the last game was against the Titans, where the Titans beat them. Where again we saw KL Rahul hit a 68, but it was off 61 balls. So considering the fact, maybe you could go with the Kyle Myers or probably, yeah. I mean, others are hit and miss in this Lucknow squad. But if you want to go with a bowler, I would say Ravi Bishnoi has been one of the best bowlers. I'm going to go with Arshdeep Nuclear honestly because I feel Arshdeep is much more settled in. But Karan will give you with the bat as well. So Sam Karan gives you two options. He gives you an all-rounding ability, right? Uh, so I think it's going to be Sam Karan and Arshdeep Singh. के बीच में I was going to go with Arshdeep Singh, but now I think of it, Karan also provides you with the bat, and he's been phenomenal. So मेरे हिसाब से I think you could go with Sam Karan. Um, Yash Thakur, I'm not sure, man. I think he might just play because they do have four. I think Naveen Ulhaq is also a foreigner, so I don't think Mark Wood will be coming in, right? So, yeah, I think it's going to be four there. Then I think again it'll be depending upon the situation, if their batting collapses. But in their impact play, they have Daniel Sams, Amit Mishra, Mark Wood. So I don't really see anyone coming in. Krishnappa Gautam, I don't know. Yeah, I think it's going to play mostly, but you'll have to check. Yeah, Dhawan is a hit and miss. I mean, Dhawan could carry you as well. I mean, he is an anchor. We know what he's done against Hyderabad here in '99 against other teams. Also, he's been decent, but just coming back after injury, he's been a little bit rusty. But for me, it's gonna be I would go with Arshdeep because the fine form that he's in, the mental headed space that he is in, and yeah, I think for you can go with Karan. That's also a good option for LSG. I'm just gonna go. I'm very confused, but I'm just probably going to go either with the Ravi Bishnoi or with Kyle Mayers or someone because Rahul he'll get you the runs if you want the runs. So that's your pick at the end of the day. But yeah, just you need differentials. Like everybody might be taking care of because he's getting runs, so you never know. But overall, I still feel like against LSG Punjab and Mohali, Punjab have a better chance to win. Their bowlers are doing well, but yeah, Lucknow is also not. They have a nice break in them, Lucknow, so it's gonna be thing. Oh man, that's unfortunate. But I mean, it's all right. You can still make up for it for tomorrow's game. Tomorrow's game is also going to be a good one, where you've got Knight Riders, Gujarat, a lot of assets in Gujarat. Gujarat Titans and Knight Riders and Hyderabad and Delhi. So you have a lot of assets that you can use tomorrow as well. Then you've got so you can make it up in this weekend. You got Chennai, Punjab. You've got Mumbai Indians and Rajasthan Royals. So you have a lot of game weeks coming in. आज मेरे हिसाब से पंजाब जीतेगी गज्जू भाई बिकॉज मोहाली में मैच हो रहा है एंड या अर्शदीप सिंह क्रेजी कर देने वाला है मेरे हिसाब से ऑलरेडी बैटिंग शुरू हो गई है लखनऊ सुपर जायंट्स की 1 for 0 loss है बट केएल राहुल के ऊपर है यार केएल राहुल थोड़ा तेज करे तो इट्स गोना बी थिंग which second to go I could change yeah that's I'm glad you managed to change Karan to change Karan to Arshdeep okay let's I hope man we you get your points and मेरे हिसाब से तो पंजाब जीतेगी but let's see does Punjab Kings good enough to make it into the playoffs yesterday RR displayed great game they can get unstoppable after beating yeah 100% Nitish bhai I think that's a very good point with Rajasthan Royals का क्या है they're spectacular man they're the most balanced squad in every situation that they need spinners they've got three immaculate spinners they need openers they got Jaiswal and Josh Butler middle order they've got Sanju Samson Hetmeyer they're in all in the entire team there's no flaw that you see I mean even the finishers Dhruv Jurel and Hetmeyer missed Huato then you've got Jurel you've got the other guy who smashed what's his name Padikal is coming at in for them at the right moment Zampa is there you've got Chahal you've got Holder you've got Trent Bolt her in every aspect this team has it in them to win for me Punjab is decent enough to yeah they are good enough to win but their foreigners are a little bit iffy like Sikandar Raza is hit and miss Matthew Short we know he had in a Livingston is coming back from an injury Punjab are madam, you can see them there but not completely for me especially I see right now Chennai Gujarat Rajasthan and probably based on their luck right now the way Bangalore is going I know it's a very far-fetched idea but Kohli, Faf, and Glenn Maxwell, her match mar so it's just something else. But yeah, you can say like Punjab is there. I'm not going to count them out yet, but Punjab has to get their game up. Has to in terms of their foreign players in front of Prabh Simran kind of players. Atharva Tehra, these guys need to perform. Because in the beginning we were seeing a pattern where only Shikhar Dhawan was anchoring the role, everybody was coming in and smashing it, but it wasn't working every time. So they need a little bit new technique, new strategy, which works in their favor. But yeah, for right now, it looks Rajasthan, Gujarat, Chennai, and yeah, probably Lucknow as well, right? But let's see, Punjab Kings coming from the back. You never know. I love Dhawan in the IPL 2 years ago. He scored back-to-back century. Yeah, he's crazy, man. Like if he gets going, there's no batsman like him. But again, I think there's a bit of an age factor now with him. Just tarika se he's batting, he's become much more slower strike rate. But again, the way he is anchoring and the way KL Rahul is anchoring, they're two different versions. You see that KL Rahul runs nahi maar raha zyada. He's soaking in deliveries and he's hitting the odd ball. But Dhawan, at least you can see that flair. थोड़ी बहुत जबरदस्ती से उन्हें रन मारा. I like that about Dhawan when you compare it to a KL Rahul kind of an innings. And back into that, Prop Simran or someone is chipping in. But in this Lucknow squad, Myers is getting caught out with the spinners, so that's also there. So uh, we'll have to take that into account. पंजाब हारेगी आज बोल रहे गज्जू भाई. I mean, आप तो लखनऊ के फैन हैं, आप तो बोलेंगे ही. बट मेरे हिसाब से पंजाब जीत सकती है अगर they get that start from Dhawan and Atharva tight end, the bowlers stick to the line and length. I mean, Arshdeep जिस तरीके से डाल रहा, मेरे को तो लग रहा he'll clean everybody up today. But Sam Curran भी है, जैसा nuclear atoms mention करे कि Sam Curran is also a very good pick. But मैच तो शुरू हो गया, मैं तो मैच देखने जा रहा हूँ. Hopefully अभी मुस्तफा भाई will join us probably from tomorrow. And we'll be previewing. हम लोग के थोड़े बहुत apology करते because review preview time पे नहीं हो रहा था. ईद थी, फिर एक मैच आ गया था बीच में, हम लोगों को खेलने का एक मैच आ गया था, तो थोड़े काफी चीजें, फिर इलेक्ट्रिसिटी was bothering us. But from tomorrow, hopefully, we'll start doing the previews, the reviews right on time. There will be no misses. We'll get more content in. It's just that this whole week has been like Eid and electricity and this and all. Yeah. Today's match isn't that good for fantasy, so I bought a few players as possible. Yeah, this weekend will be amazing. Nuclear. You've got Hyderabad playing, you've got Delhi playing, you've got Mumbai playing, Rajasthan playing, Gujarat playing, and yeah, and Night Riders playing. So there are a lot of good assets that you can pick there. But today, yeah, in general, they're all iffy. They're hit and misses, right? I mean, the only one logically would be KL Rahul because he's taking a lot of time. Otherwise, like Myers is getting picked out by the spinners and Marcos Stoinis is hit and miss. So yeah, I think this is the right call. Why KL Rahul always plays an anchor role as an OY. KL Rahul always plays an anchor role as an OY. I mean, see, you play and there's a difference in an anchor. An anchor would also rotate the strike. An anchor would also hit the odd boundaries, which he does but he takes too much time, like 68 of 61, 50 of 50. ऐसा नहीं चल सकता. An anchor also has to accelerate, lose deliveries, capitalize, make those ones into twos. That's how you rotate the strike. That's how you keep the scoreboard ticking. So that's what's important for an anchor to do. KL, he consumes too many deliveries, then he puts pressure to do, make it up. So that's not an anchor does. Anchor doesn't put pressure. An anchor keeps it steady. He keeps the ship steady. He doesn't add pressure and create chaos. So that's what मेरे हिसाब से ऐसा लगता है मेरे को. Can you start a period tomorrow 1 hour before the match? We will get 100%. I will definitely we'll do a preview 1 hour before, so around 3:30 India. It will be 2:30 is what we'll target mostly. Yeah, that for sure, because it's just been a hectic week for me and Mustafa in general. It's with the festival and the electricity has been bothering us and stuff. But yeah, we're getting things sorted out. Hopefully from tomorrow it will be on time, an hour before, as Nuclear mentioned. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and watch the match. Please do like, subscribe, and share. Thank you for joining me at such a short notice. I really appreciate it. Till then, everybody take care and good night. Oops. Yeah. Good night.